Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Jester Plays The Bind of Isaac. I started recording, but I had some technical difficulties with my controller, which didn't want to work for some reason, but I think now it's good. Anyway, in today's episode, what I want to talk about is, as I was thinking about it before, while I was, getting home, um, in doing a little follow-up of last episode, I want to talk about traffic, and that's something that's been more and more in my mind as I've grown to be an adult. Because when I think when you're a kid, you don't really notice traffic. You just, I mean, you don't drive, so that's less, let's say. It's one less worried about, because when you're not driving, well, you're just enjoying the ride, right? Your mom, your dad are there driving for you, and you just gotta enjoy the ride and play on your 3DS. Well, I guess it will be a Switch now, but nevertheless, you don't really realize what traffic is. But as an adult, as you grow older, you start like having to endure traffic, like being like, you know what, I gotta go to work every day, and it's gonna be rush hour, it's gonna be I don't know, all this kind of, like, you never know when there's gonna be an accident or something like that, so you don't realize that as a kid. And now that I'm older, I'm like, I don't like it. Well, I don't think. Maybe there's a person out there that's gonna be like, no, I enjoy traffic. I enjoy just being on and about, and it doesn't matter. You don't need to be like, it's not about the destination. It's about the ride. But and I kind of agree with that, because I like to drive. I don't mind driving everywhere if I need to. But like right now I don't have a car, so I have to use public transport, which, if you remember last episode, I mentioned never used this city public transport, but that's besides the point. And for me to go to work, it takes me around an hour to an hour and a half, with normal traffic, let's say, because here in Mexico everyone goes to work, or the work day starts at 8 a.m. It's usually 8 to 5. I think in America it's 9 to 5. We have 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So it's a little chaotic in most days, because that's also the time where where most kids start school. So you get all this traffic with schools, because school buses are not common here in Mexico. You usually have the parent has to take their kid to school, so every kid is a car. And let's just say that I live in one of the largest cities in Mexico, so there's a lot of people. Like, at this point, it was bad before, but we come to a point where it's ridiculous just to get anywhere. That's why most of the times I'd rather not go out, but because it's a hassle, just try going anywhere here. But yeah, and I think that's something that everyone can relate to. I mean, even if you have your own car, if you want to go to somewhere in America, in my experience, you have to drive everywhere. It's not like something that you can just walk and be in a place. Like here in Mexico, you have a mall every 2 streets. You have public transport that will take you from one edge of the city to the other one. It's gonna take around 2 to 3 hours to make it through the whole city, but I mean, you at the end you're gonna get there. So yeah, I wanna know about you guys. Like, do you guys have? I know there's cities that have like killer, like really good public transport where you can just go anywhere. I know maybe you live in New York. Maybe you live in, I don't know. I'm not sure what are the best. I think Vancouver has good public transport. But yeah, if you're from America, you're from Canada, or you've been to a place, I think, I don't know, I heard a lot about the London, like, underground thingy. So maybe that's better. But yeah, like, I can tell you, and I have a lot of stories about public transport. Like, I think the first time that I was in an accident, it was because I was going in a oh, it's like, let's call it a bus. Like, the closest thing that I can relate it to is it's a bus. I was riding the bus coming back from high school, and suddenly one of the, like, how you call it? A semi just decided he was going to cross the street at the same time as the bus was coming through. So we basically T-boned the semi, and I ended up not feeling the hit too much. I mean, I just, well, my face hit the front, what do you call it? The front seating. So I had to work on that. It got a little bit bloodied up, but it didn't break or anything. So at the end of the day, I was fine. But the driver was really hit. Like, you can see in his face that he wasn't having a good time. What other thing? And I think one of the funniest things about that I've seen in America, well, at least videos that are shot in America, is the road rage videos. You always, apparently there's a thing called brake checks, and that is when the person in front of you, you drive really close to the person behind you, and then you smash the brakes. So I think the main goal is that they smash into you and they pay insurance. I'm not quite sure how it works, but I've seen it a lot in dashcam videos where it's just I don't understand it. I mean, why would you do that? You put yourself and the other person at risk. You never know that. You never know if you're gonna. There's a kid in there, you know? If there's a baby, what if you accidentally just because you're angry, you hurt someone? I never understood that. And I never understood road rage in general. I mean, I'm a chill driver. I just try to keep my eyes on the road. If someone cuts me off, I don't go crazy on the horn or anything like that. I just feel bad for the other person. I'm like, what do you have to suffer in order for you to be this way, you know? I feel pity most, other than I don't feel anger, I feel pity for them. Because they must be having a worse time than I. So I just look at it that way. And yeah, and I just move on. I keep driving. And I'm not saying that I'm a perfect driver. There's times that I will, I don't know, cut off someone without even realizing it, and I didn't mean to. I mean, I'm a really, everyone that knows me will tell you that I'm a chill driver. I don't like going too fast. I like keeping at least, I don't know, like maybe 10 to 15, maybe 10 feet in front of anyone, just so I know that I have time to brake in case anything happens, because you never know. You never know if the person in front of you is gonna fall asleep at the wheel and you're gonna have to do a 360 maneuver with your wheel. That I had to do that. I mean, I had those when I drive. One time that I was driving to my last job, suddenly the person in front of me decided to just brake in the middle of the road, and I had to. I didn't have enough time to change to brake. So I had to change lanes. It was kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie about that, but it didn't. I've been lucky enough to never been in like a really bad collision. It's mostly been scares and that bloated noise on the bus. And I know people. I heard stories about people just be like getting collisions head on or being ran out of the road, and I'm like, that's never worth it, you know. You don't need to do that. You just gotta be chill. You just gotta understand that there's people that maybe are having a bad day, or maybe they messed up, and I don't tend to like if I don't know how to say it. I try to understand. I think that's the best way that I can put it. I try to understand that maybe someone is having a bad day. Maybe someone is just not in the groove right now, and those days happen. And then when they are, if you wanna really piss someone off about road rage, you just gotta smile. I had those situations where someone will just, I don't know, cut me off, and they will stand on the side of the road and look at me and flip me off, and I just smile back at them, because what else can you do? If you're going to your speed, like, I'm not going to put myself in risk just because you want to go. Just because you want to get 5 seconds faster to your destination. So I just smile and be like, all right, dude, just if you're that in a hurry, well, I guess you're in a hurry, so go for it. And that works. I mean, that helps me in my peace of mind that I don't need to. Like, oh, I didn't see that. The map. It helps me on my inner peace to know that I don't have to worry about it. Like, they have to worry about it. They are the ones that decide to be that angry. And I just smile and chill. Not to say that sometimes I don't get angry about it, because, you know, what if I have someone with me and they cut me off and something would have happened to that person? Now that with that I will have an issue, because I mean, if something happens to me, like, whatever, but if something happens to someone that I'm driving with, that's another issue completely. I want that. I don't know. Do you guys have any stories of road rage where you guys at? I know that there must be some interesting ones, especially if you live in America. People in the highway, according to the videos that I've seen, and they get kind of angry. And for no reason. One of the other things that I never do, well, I don't drink that much anymore, but one of the things that I don't ever do now, or ever, is drink. I don't drink and drive. And please, if you're one of those persons that are like, I'm good, I can be drunk and drive. It doesn't really bother me. No, just stop it. Just be honest with yourself and stop it. just take an Uber and you can come back for your car in the morning. It's fine. It will not go anywhere, I think. So please, if you are one of those persons that takes a little bit too much and then goes driving, I will ask you to not do it. Don't put your in. And it's not even like the way that I think about it. It's not even for myself, you know. If I die, well, or if something never happens to me, well, that's life, you know. But that's me. The bad thing is when you ruin someone else's life. I mean, I've seen so many stories, so many convictions of people that they didn't do it in a bad way. They were just like, yeah, I can drive home, and I had something on my family that happened. Is that they don't even know people that doesn't have anything to do with you, that doesn't know you, that they're just living their life as like normal, and then you go out and ruin something for them because you just wanted to. And I'm sorry, I went a little bit too deep on this one and on this topic, and I don't want to sound preachy. It's just, it happened to my family, and I just don't want that happening to anyone anymore. It's not worth it. Not for you, not for the other person. Just try not to do it. Just drink responsibly. I don't say don't drink, that's fine. Just find someone to be your designated driver, and you'll be fine. And that's what I will ask. But you know, you're gonna do you. What was I talking about? Traffic. Okay. I'm sorry. But yeah, don't do it. What else? Some people say that I talk too much in these videos, and I'm sorry, but I'm always so scared of leaving dead air on a video. One of my biggest fears when I talk in videos is just to remain quiet. But I'm sorry. Cars. Okay, sorry. Public transport. Public transport is scary here. Like, people here like to cram the taxis as much as you can. Like, you see a taxi and you know there's 4 seats or whatever, 5 seats. I see people take as much as 8 people inside the same taxi just so they can get everyone at the same time and save one taxi fare, I guess. But yeah, I remember when Uber started to show up here, and they were like, nope, it's only 4 people, 3 to 4 people that can ride this this car. And people were very upset. Like, they couldn't understand the fact that it's for their own safety. Like, there's only so many safety belts, seat belts, I'm sorry, that you can have. And if by any chance, like, coming back to the previous topic, it's like you never know when someone is gonna lose control. It may not even be their fault. It will be just the car malfunctioning or something like that, and you don't want to go out flying outside of the car. Well, at least that's what I think. That's the reason why I try to drive safely. It's not so much for me, it's for the other person. What if the what if is enough for me. You never know, and I don't want to know. It's as simple as that. Now let's take out. I have a lot of health, so I can just finish it up. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next episode tomorrow. Hopefully you have a wonderful day. Click the like button if you like the video, it really helps me up a lot. And leave a comment about traffic. I want to see how many people got to the end of the video. Alright, new ending. Alright, have a good one and I'll see you guys on tomorrow's video.